What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. And who's ready for story time with Izzy, man? Let's go. I haven't done one of these in a while, but man, this one was too funny and too good not to tell. So, this happened, this particular story that I'm about to tell you happened last week, as a matter of fact, on my way to the Bob Marley premiere, the Bob Marley One Love premiere, I should say. Um, so as y'all may or may not know, I live in New York. So the thing is, if you live here, you know that getting around here could be a hassle. Even with all the most public, even with all the public transportation, and then us being dubbed the most accessible city in the world. You know, that's debatable. Let's just say that. But for this particular one, man, I'm on the bus on the way to the movie theater, uh, to where the premiere is taking place, and it's one of those things where it's a short ride, like it's not far, like it's it's one bus. It's like 10 minutes, hop, skip, and a jump, and bam, you're there. So, but the ride wasn't the problem. The problem was what happened before the ride. So I'm waiting at the bus stop, just like everybody else. Waiting to get on the bus. Driver pulls in, and keep in mind, this is what's called a select bus. So it doesn't make every stop. Like, it only stops at certain stops. So, like, it's basically a faster way to get around the city. So, and in that particular location, which is like Midtown Manhattan, like, it gets crowded because you have people going to work, coming from work, whatever may have you. You have a lot of the city's hospitals in that area, so it's always going to be a giant cluster of people waiting. I don't mind that. It's fine. All right. So driver pulls in. Uh, you know, like a few people. I was standing. I was a semi toward. Fuck it. I'm gonna say standing. I was standing. What do you call it? Like semi toward the front of the line. And then what happens is as soon as the driver pulls in, everybody that's in front of me wants to go in. So I'm like, okay, whatever, let them in. Fine, it is what it is. So then I'm trying to get in, and then this lady with a baby, of course, and a like a huge stroller, like decides to get on before me. Like everybody's telling her, hey, let the guy in the wheelchair in. So then, she doesn't pay attention at first. She doesn't mind it. So now, like, a bunch more people move ahead of me, and then, like, so the driver is trying to clear the pathway so he can lift up the seats to the handicap section so I can get in. Okay, so then, what do you call it? He's telling everybody, step to the back. Da da da. I need the aisleway clear. Usual spiel and usual jargon that MTA drivers come out with when they have to let a wheelchair passenger on, or an elderly passenger, whatever the case may be. So I'm there, and this lady with her big ass stroller is taking up all the space, so the people can't step in. And then there are, like, the drivers. Yet by this time, mayhem is about to ensue, and I'm like, oh my god, I feel it. So then everybody's everybody's yelling at the lady that we can't move back and we can't let the guy in because your stroller is taking up all the space. So then, she's getting mad and complaining to the driver and this, that, and the other thing. And here's where the fun starts. So I'm like halfway in. I'm like halfway in and halfway out of the bus. Like I start going up the ramp, and then I'm halfway in, and all of a sudden, just gripping the front rack, just to waiting to get in. I'm waiting, and then like I said, here's where the fun starts, man. So I'm waiting to get in, and all of a sudden, this lady blurts out, "Oh, why the hell is everybody yelling at me? Y'all should be mad at him because people like him should have their own bus, so that way they don't have to interrupt my day." And da da da. And then I swear, if E.F. Hutton was in the room, man, you could hear a pin drop, and everybody just like the person that was like the cluster of people that were near her just started like cursing her out and this, that, and the other. And the driver is trying to maintain order. So like it's mayhem, man. Driver's trying to maintain order, and I'm just in here like, am I gonna get to this premiere? So he's like, yo, like there's another bus coming in right behind me. So if y'all don't want to get on this one, step off through the back door and go take the other one. So a bunch of people did. But this lady still arguing with the driver and shit like that. And by this time she's agitating the other people who are already on the bus, because in the midst of all this arguing, I probably could have been on the bus, and everybody would have been on their way to where they need to get to. But this lady wants to hold everything up, and the driver at this point, he's getting agitated because he's like, hey, the longer that you hold it, I'm not letting him not come on this bus. So the longer you hold this up, the longer we're all gonna stay here. So obviously people weren't having that. So one person proceeds to whack the lady with the stroller with her umbrella in there, with their umbrella, and that causes a mayhem. That causes an argument. They start going at it, and then all of a sudden, about 3 other people join in, whacking her with their umbrellas in an effort to get her off the bus. And sure enough, man, the driver wasn't having it. He's like, hey, you gotta get He's like, lady, you gotta get off the bus because we gotta go. And then what do you call it? So then, she's still arguing and defying everybody on the way out the door, this, that, and the other. And as soon as, she got kicked off the bus, everybody started cheering. The bus erupted in a thunderous applause and cheer. And I was able to situate myself, and everybody got to where they were going. But, man, who the hell ever thought that I could cause a ride just by getting on a bus? I mean, just by trying to get where I need to go to, man. It's funny because I told like some close family about this, and they were like, "Oh, she better thank God that I wasn't there." And this, that, and the other. Shout out to Crystal and the crew, man, and a few other people that I told, man. But yeah, man. And everybody was saying, like a lot of my family members were saying, why didn't you get mad at the comment that she said? I'm like, it is what it is, man. I hear that type of shit every day, and I just deal with it, man. It's not gonna affect me in any way, like. To really get to me, like if you really know me and you want to get to me, you know where to push at, and making fun of my different ability or the way I live my life isn't one of them, because I couldn't care less what anybody that doesn't know me thinks. But yeah, so that was that, man. It was just a hilarious incident, and man. There's so many more of those types of stories I could tell, but maybe we'll save that for another time. Anyway, all is well that ends well. Got to see the movie. You guys check that out if you haven't. Check out that vlog where I review Bob Marley One Love. But yeah, man, that is gonna do it for this episode of the Klassic Khronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.